Korea raises its minimum wage. Stray Kids ties a huge music record. And dogs compete in a surfing contest in California. Hello everyone, my name is Corey Teacher. This is News Made Simple, our entry-level English news learning program. Let's start with our first story. Just listen. Korea's minimum wage goes up every year. The Korean government sets a new minimum wage. This is the lowest amount a worker can legally earn per hour. This year, the government made its decision for 2027. Starting next January, the minimum wage will raise to 10,700 won per hour. That is 380 won higher than this year. It might not sound like much, but it is the biggest raise in 4 years. For a worker doing a normal 40-hour week, this adds up to about 2.24 million won a month. Business owners and workers do not always agree on these numbers. Workers want a bigger raise. Small business owners worried about paying higher wages. In the end, the government chose a number in the middle. The new wage will take effect on January 1st, and it will apply to every workplace in the country. How did you do? Let's move on to our second story about music. Stray Kids ties a huge music record. K-pop group Stray Kids just released a new album called This and That. And once again, it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart in the United States. This was Stray Kids' 9th number 1 album in a row. Every single album the group has ever released has reached the top spot. No other group in the 2020s has matched that record. With this achievement, Stray Kids tied the Rolling Stones for the second most number 1 albums by any group in Billboard history. Only the Beatles have more, with 19. Fans are calling it the group's proudest moment yet. Many are already excited to see what comes next. Do you listen to Stray Kids? Did you go to the concert in this past summer here in Seoul? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of, if you like News Made Simple, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment as well in English or in Korean. Tell me what you like and what you don't. I'm always reading your comments and I always reply. Thank you so much. Story number 3. A wild new ride opens in Seoul. A brand new ride just opened at 롯데월드 in Seoul, and it is unlike anything the park has ever seen before. It is called Kong X Godzilla, the ride. This is the very first theme park ride ever based on the MonsterVerse, the movie universe behind Kong and Godzilla. Riders join a group called Monarch and travel deep into a hidden world called Hollow Earth. Along the way, Kong guides them and protects them from danger. 롯데월드 says this is the biggest investment in a single ride ever. The park hopes the new attraction will become its main highlight for visitors. Since it opened in July, long lines have already formed outside the ride almost every day. Will you try this ride? Would you like to try? I think I will try it. It'll be fun. Let's move into our fourth story. A scientist wins an award for a malaria vaccine. Malaria is one of the most dangerous diseases in the world. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people die from it, and most of them are young children in Africa. For a long time, scientists tried and failed to build a truly effective vaccine. Scientist Adrian Hill spent over 10 years working on the problem with his team. Eventually, they created a new vaccine that protects against malaria about 80% of the time. This number is even higher than what health experts originally hoped for. Because of this achievement, Hill recently won an award called the European Inventor Award. His vaccine costs less than €3 per dose, and it is already being used in more than 20 countries across Africa. Health experts believe it has already helped prevent thousands of deaths, maybe thousands more or millions more in the future. Let's move to our fifth story about dogs. Dogs competing in a surfing contest? Once a year, dogs and their owners gather on a beach in California for a very unusual competition. It is called the World Dog Surfing Championships, and this year marked its 10th edition, its 10th time. 14 dogs competed, split into groups by size. Each dog rode waves with help from its owner, who chose the right wave for the dog to ride. Judges watched closely, scoring each dog on balance, confidence, and how long they stayed on the board. One dog stood out above the rest. A yellow Labrador named Rippin' Rosie won her size category and also won the tandem event with her owner. By the end of the day, she had become the clear star of the beach, and thousands of spectators cheered her on. That's an amazing sight to see dogs surfing. It sounds like a lot of fun. Let's go on to our sixth and final story for the day. A rocket crashed into the moon, and Korea took the first photo. Earlier this month, something unusual happened above our heads. An old rocket part from a SpaceX launch crashed into the moon. The crash was not planned. The rocket had been drifting through space for over a year before it finally hit the surface. The impact left a brand new crater near a spot called Einstein Crater. Scientists wanted to see exactly what the crash looked like. So, cameras around the world turned toward the moon. South Korea's own spacecraft, called Danuriho, captured the very first photo of the new crater. Scientists everywhere were excited to study the image. Scientists plan to study the new crater for months to come. Very exciting. Anytime something hits the moon, it is very exciting. All right, thank you so much for watching News Made Simple. I hope you learned something today. If you want to see the whole script, you can find the newspaper PDF in the comments down below. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like this video so I will know to make more news made simple. Also, if you want, you can join our channel. It helps support me and helps support making new videos so that more learners can learn English in our unique way. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it is too simple, check out Digestible News, our intermediate level video, or Push Yourself News, which is our advanced videos. You can also find special editions where I go into detail if you join and become a member. Thank you so much for watching. I'm cheering for you to keep improving yourself every day, one day at a time. Remember to stay informed, but above all, stay curious. Bye for now.